was too weak. Okay, microphone's up. Okay. Tom and Peter, you're good. I assume they can hear me.
Actually, I'm evil.
Oh no, please don't be evil.
We'll let evil Peter in.
I did.
Also, for some reason, can you see the game though? By the way.
No.
Yeah, there's something wrong on that end. So give us just a moment, everyone. I'm gonna hang up the call and then I'm gonna redo it. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I know what's happened. There we go.
Yep.
You two are here, right?
We're here.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, okay. Everyone's here. Okay, we're good. So is that child outside. Okay, so last time we, the murder happened.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I have that.
Have that ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
No, I got that. So, but, yeah, murder happened. Murder in Maya's room of seance-y ghost thing,
Yes.
spirit. Yeah. And now we're gonna have to go into the case. So, because I believe the first... Why is that on here?
I don't know.
That's weird. What was it? Alright, it's gonna be Lada, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
It's the trial. The trials usually are a lot.
No, Lada.
Oh!
Her name is a pun. I should probably actually have this on stream too. There we go. Alright. So, June 1st, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
What?
That's a really long what.
Prosecutor from Karma? You mean...
No. I heard it's his successor this time.
Successor?
Can we not say his successor?
Successor.
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 Successor?
Success. I feel like
Good enough.
I feel like we're saying that really wrong. Anyways.
Manfred von Karma was a really sinister man. He
Yep.
pulled all sorts of nasty tricks. Also, he could win.
Yep. He was not exactly a nice person. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. Yes. Perfection is quite wonderful, isn't it? As I grip my arm.
Oh god.
Silence! What are you all talking?
You have lines.
No, I know. I'm just in the... Hey, this is the only Von Karma we get in this.
I'm cool with that.
Well,
He
he's
had
not
a
gonna be
perfect
talking.
record for 40 long years. So I came around and fucked that all up. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. Now it's his successor. That word. I wonder what kind of person they would turn out to be. How is his childhood like?
That's no good.
Mystic Mind. Oh no, wait, this is not. I'm pretty sure this is. I think this is Pearl.
I think it's Pearl too.
Oh. Mystic Maya!
Yep.
Hurley!
Aw.
You showed up! Thanks for coming all this way!
Thank you. I stabbed 3 people on my way in.
What did we say about stabbing Pearly?
They let you get that away with that? You were in a courthouse.
You're right, I should have stabbed 4 of them.
How'd you do it?
Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together?
Mother is watching over the trainees in heaven. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks.
Huh? Then you came all by yourself?
An 8-year-old went all the way from 2 hours, or commuted, 2 hours to a courthouse that she never had been to before. I will admit, I'm impressed that she
Take
found
that
it.
long. They said it was 2 hours, but it felt like I teleported here immediately.
That's fair.
Yup, I snuck out of the manor and followed a map.
Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Sometimes I feel like Phoenix and I have share the same sensibilities.
Of course not. I ran.
You must be the fastest kid. You're gonna be a great. You could be a great athlete too. On top of being a great spirit medium, apparently. I can't. Oh my! If it takes 2 hours by train, oh man.
Michelle needs a water bottle. Hurley,
Yeah.
what about the train?
Huh? What's a train?
If it's 2 hours by train, how fast does Pearly have to go to get here within a
It's like
decent
you'll
amount of
never need it
time?
again.
Is she secretly the Flash?
She just used her brain powers to, levitate over here.
She's running. That's for sure. I guess she could be running in the air. I give up. That's still you, Peter.
It's time, isn't it?
I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma.
Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that?
That's my love, you little shit. Don't you ever mispronounce his name like that again.
He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend.
Yes. Friends. He's just a friend.
Oh, but not like your special someone, right?
I still remember him as though I'd only seen him only yesterday. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end.
Yeah, that's what we called it. Yeah, every trial.
Oh my goodness.
It was always back and forth with them. But when you're rivals for life,
Yes.
when you're
Rivals.
for life,
Rivals for life.
right.
We're friends. It's a rivalry.
It sounds like you're enemies.
Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. What?
There's a thing. Huh? But why, Nick?
Did they do it? Did it got weird? Did Nick get weird?
No.
Did Nick make it weird?
No.
I'm sorry, Maya. I forget you don't know. He's gone. He's not coming back.
What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean?
Court will now commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. We will leave you on this cliffhanger about Edgeworth. Sorry, everyone. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway.
Nick?
Things got weird between them, didn't they? One of them got too clingy. It was kind of a thing, and they're like, okay, I need my space.
I mean, you could say that.
Is that really what happened?
No, you'll find out. Oh, Tom.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared?
Dot, 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 dot.
You want me to voice her?
I mean, you might as well.
I might as well.
Oh, this is the new one.
What is with this kid? Does she really look like a kid? She looks young, but not.
She looks only slightly younger than Phoenix.
Ahem. Mr. Wright, are you prepared?
Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem to be so mad at me? What did I do this time, Santa?
Mr.
Been a
Phoenix.
naughty boy.
I was also going to say, can you do a German accent, but I don't
No.
think...
Thank you.
I just realized if I try to do a German accent, even though I know how to speak
Please.
German, I will just end up coming out Southern.
You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct?
No,
I can
listen.
try it.
Come on. So she's the famed successor to Prosecutor von Karma.
I am Franziska von Karma, prodigy.
Yeah. I see. Should I speak German to you? Guten Tag, Frau
Please shut
von
up.
Karma. Oh. I thought that would impress you.
Your Germany is garbage. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason.
To clench your arm very tightly. And have giant shoulder pads.
Revenge.
Judge, I like to point out she has a whip. She's bought.
Why do we keep giving people whips in court?
She's brought a weapon into the courtroom. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma? Now listen, Fraulein, that wasn't my fault.
Please don't.
If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can...
I'm talking. I'm sorry,
Oh.
I'm talking. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me.
Hold up, did she just whip the judge?
Yes.
Please speak with your mouth like a normal person, I beg of you. Ah, what the heck?
Make no mistake, I will defeat you.
Yeah, will you defeat me in the lawsuit? You just did, you scratched my face! What the heck is wrong with you?
Go down, Mr. Phoenix.
What? You have a judge! She has a weapon in this courtroom!
Sustained.
What?
Prosecutor von Karma, your opening statement, please.
Those of von Karma blood have only one fate.
To die in jail?
And that is
Oh, no.
perfection.
Oh, right. That's right.
Right.
To
but-
you, perfection is sucking blood. I forgot you're a Oh, no, you're a vampire, aren't you, too? Okay, I figured it out. Let's go get the sunlight.
The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch.
Very well. What is the defense's position?
My position is I would like to... I don't think I want to address what I want my position to be. Anyways, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
I mean, I think that would be assumed. Yes? You know, maybe I should question that. Yes, yes.
Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams.
You know, I have a
Starting to sound more
thesaurus,
like
like...
Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo.
Oh, Jojo!
Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams.
Oh, man.
Foolish.
10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea.
Listen, I had...
Isn't that what her dad did?
Yeah, she's doing exactly what her dad
Yeah,
did.
that's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time.
Okay, that's a little erotic.
Only a
Justified
little?
self-defense. Listen, I've already dated another prosecutor. It didn't really work out, and it's just kind of like... Maybe... So, I don't know if I'm really interested in moving on right now. Pleading usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of himself. Huh. We could very easily make us all a case that it was self-defense, but... The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because the plea justified defense is to say you did kill someone.
How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness.
She just scares her father. Like her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. They both like to suck. That probably came out wrong. Anyways.
Witness, your name and occupation.
Excuse me. Yes, my name is Dick Goshu. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Ah! What the hell?
Get to the point already.
My face! I have to get another band-aid for it!
Explain to the court the details of this murder.
Yeah, sure. Just don't hit me with that thing again. What the hell, lady? Everyone, would you please look at this map? Excuse me, Iron Lung. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room.
What were they doing in there?
They were channeling a spirit, sir. It's really creepy stuff. It's kind of terrifying.
Channeling a spirit?
It's quite the look for disbelief there, Your Honor. Anyways, enough of this occult stuff. Anyhow, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke down the door and rushed into the room. Oh, that's actually you, Tom.
Ah, and that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I've ever presided over.
Full plans added to the court record.
So how was the victim killed?
I was about to get to that.
Stop wasting my time, then.
Lady, listen, I don't have a simple job here. I gotta, raise myself and, in the precinct. It's making this weird, just like, I don't know if you two can hear it, but for some reason, Kelsey's, water bottle's, it sounds like a squeaker or something.
I'm sorry, I think I fixed it.
Oh, it sounds like, the penguin from, what's he called, Squeaker?
Yeah, I think so.
The penguin from Toy Story. Anyways, the direct cause of the death, was a pistol shot in the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. For sure. Yeah, for sure. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. Now, that was the gun, for sure. I mean, went through the head, sheesh. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Eesh, that's what I call overkill.
So the victim was stabbed before being shot.
This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Made it myself.
Yes, but is it updated?
Good question.
And this, let's see. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Direct calls this with a pistol, a shotgun. Why am I even doing this voice? We can just press. Wait. No. Press. It's all P. I was like, what? The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was save or load game. It was the victim's. The victim? Now, why would he have...
Objection! Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start.
How did Maya get a pistol from him?
Fingerprints? There were fingerprints?
There were fingerprints?
There were fingerprints?
Along with the
There were
victims.
fingerprints.
The defendant Maya Faye's were also on the crutch, sir.
So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon.
Oh, I walked right into her hands there. The shot was fired from point-blank range.
Press.
Point-blank, huh? So how far away is that? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches. I'm not really sure. I'm not really good with math. How do you know he was shot at point-blank?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country.
Listen, Charles Thesaurus, there's a lot of ways you can call me an idiot.
Oh.
Excuse me? Are you speaking German or something?
Gunpowder burn.
Gunpowder.
When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Gunpowder explosion is what makes a bullet fire. That gets real hot, pal. Trust me. I know. What do you think I bandaged right here? And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead.
The bits we can find anyway.
Yeah, what was left? Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess.
Okay.
Before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I tell you, it was definitely not an apple that they cut.
I see, and whose knife was it?
Looks like it belongs to the face, sir. Of course, my face fingerprints are all over it.
All over it, huh?
This does not look good.
Ha ha ha. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. How severe was the wound? Breaking the game severe. If it had been an inch or more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. Murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yep, sure as I can be. As someone who doesn't have a degree in what's it called?
I don't know, actually.
Shoot. It's not autopsy, it's
Criminal sciences or something like that?
I know it's also CSI, but
Yeah.
that's it.
I think forensic science?
Thank you! Yes, forensic sciences. As you can see, we also do not have a degree in forensic sciences. Well, look at the wounds and you come to the same conclusion too, pal.
A fool's fool will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools.
Is this like how you
Oh
try
my
to flirt with
God.
people? Like,
A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter, then, which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
dude, listen, she's getting the whip right now. You better be careful. What a pain.
That thing's smart. That's enough.
Sorry.
We have clearly established how the victim was murdered.
Brought the two murder weapons with me today.
Very well. The court accepts them into evidence.
Murder weapon was Gray's. 2 shots fired. Bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints. Did they? How many shots did they say was to the head?
They said 1 shot to the head.
Ah, so why would she shoot a second time?
Mhm.
It's our old friend. Why was the gun shot more than once?
The
Murder weapon, small
Mhm.
fruit knife, belongs to the face. Bears Maya's fingerprints.
date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
And 2 murder. Oh, sorry. That's you, Tom.
And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them. Huh. This does seem like an open and shut case.
Naturally.
Were you also, like, learning ballet while you were there? This is going from bad to worse. It's like the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme.
Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there's no room left for doubt, is there?
That's quite true, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance.
This is a huge decision. I'm gonna think this through all the way.
Not guilty.
Plead not guilty. Oh, we're playing not guilty. If you plead justified defense, you'll basically be confessing to the murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined. She'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor.
Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright?
The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. Ow! What the hell?
You.
Me, yes, me.
You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
I'm pretty sure you also...
Detective!
I'm pretty sure you also sealed it by hurting me. Yes, sir! Please don't hurt me, sir! I don't want... I mean, that's kind of interesting, but no!
Present the final portion of your testimony. The final strike.
Yes, sir.
Now see here, proceedings are run by... Yeet! Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony.
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence.
Are we gonna have a choice? Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. Huh. Look how red it is, sheesh. I ain't Kool-Aid. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without doubt, was not fighting back. It's a real shame.
So this costume. There certainly is evidence of backspray of blood on this.
This piece directly links Maya to the crime, sir.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence.
Maya's costume added to the court record.
All right, Mr. Wright.
Maya's fingerprints are on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse?
Stop asking questions. What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
You stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. It's already bad enough you're hitting me. Sheesh. Sorry, Mel, but there's even more incriminating evidence. Press. What do you mean there's more incriminating evidence? Why did you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kind of scary today, you know, pal? Just trying.
Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. All right, just please stop glaring at me like that.
I like how apparently Phoenix has his version of the whip. It's just his eyes. It's death glare. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. Maya's costume. Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? As you can see, it's covered in blood. It's real red. There's blood in the costume. Lab results show that it's the victim's blood.
So there's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good. So were there any other clues that you can glean from the this piece of evidence? Well...
Objection! If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad. Not enough time. Let's move on.
Yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct.
Now even the judge is on her side. Why don't you just stare at him, or she whips him and then you just stare at him deathly? But if I might have more than I can chew here, what should I do?
Press further. Press further!
Always press further. Why does Miss Von Karma suddenly put up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an option like that. Where's the other part of her robe?
Oh yeah.
Let me say something about this costume. You just have to look harder. Or you can look right in the center! It's right in the center!
Mr. Wright. Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Seems like my time is up, so about the costume.
There's one little...
Your Honor. Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence.
What?
What are you talking about, pal? Are you a forensics expert like I am? You just hear the cracking of the whip.
Where is the problem you're talking about?
Come this far. There's no turn back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here.
In the center? Are we allowed to select that? No? Take that!
There is a problem somewhere around here.
No, it has to be highlighted.
What does he... Oh.
What does he mean, Miss Von Karma?
There's nothing wrong with this. The only thing wrong here is the defense's head.
Hey.
Okay.
Well said. You certainly do take after your father.
That's not someone you want to take after. You just made me look like a fool again. Alright, focus, Phoenix. Oh, there's a hole.
Yeah. She doesn't have a hole in her clothes. Oh no, try to, yeah, just point at the hole, I guess.
What?
It might not, maybe it doesn't highlight.
Yes. Yeah, so let's try the hole.
Take that! Yep.
Yeah, there we go. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve? There's a tiny hole here.
Hole? That wasn't in the report. Didn't you write the report, Gumshoe?
Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder.
Gunpowder? No one ever told me there was gunpowder hole in there. You know, the other cops that were on the case? Yeah, those other cops. F those guys. Yeah, I can't believe them.
A hole that smells of gunpowder.
Looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Sorry. Your Honor, the only logical conclusions you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Order, order. Oh, sorry.
Order, order, order. This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else.
Nice costume updated in the court record. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Yeah, but most of those other guys. It's mostly them. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? I'm surprised. Phoenix, maybe we should use the Magatama on her.
Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more.
Objection!
How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight.
While I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police,
Like many things. Sorry, what?
what Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then
No way.
Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony.
Yes, sir. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Hold it!
He wasn't fighting back. How do you know if he was or wasn't? Oh. We can find no evidence that the defendant played any sort of struggle, pal. Huh. Trust me, I got that one just right. I think.
Except that you just did. So, did the murder have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder change drastically.
We're in real trouble now. We only had something to prove that the victim did fight back. Have fun, Karma. She thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. I'll find a critical contraction somehow. Contradiction. Contractions, reactions, I don't know. And then I'll have her. Sorry about those. There's even more incriminating evidence. Didn't we do this?
Yeah, I think that just adds it on to the end.
Okay, so...
Just keep going.
That was around the time of the crime. You see it's covered in blood. Defendant attacked and killed a person without doubt who was not fighting back. We need evidence of fighting back.
So, present.
Alright, so...
Costume, right? That you just found the hole in?
Yeah.
Is that it again?
Check button for details.
There's blood. I mean, it's one of those things like, does this blood come onto the robe when the stabbing happens? Or is that because he's like, ah?
Well, it's because the whole sleeve was shot. It shows that the victim had the gun first and fired.
Right, good point.
And it's two shots. He fired at her, and then she fired to finish him off.
Okay.
Oh, it could be that.
The folding screen, too?
Because he was facing the folding screen, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So why would there be a bullet
So the
hole
first
there?
shot would have gone through the sleeve and through the screen.
Yeah.
Which one do we want to try?
Try the folding screen.
You want to try the folding screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Objection!
Nope.
Oh, we can try the robe again, I guess.
Darn it, that statement contradicts his
I
evidence.
feel like we're probably a few steps ahead.
It usually does happen when we play this game.
It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
Oh, really?
Objection denied. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Whoops. That didn't go so well.
Okay, try the robe, I guess?
Objection!
Oh, there we go,
just
it's the robe.
fucking robe again.
Detective Gumshoe. Yes. Having you call me by my full name is kind of weird. Kind of a weird feeling. Why would you tell me Detective Gumshoe?
He said Dick Gumshoe.
Oh. I thought we established that his first name is Detective. Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Dick is his middle name.
You said my client. You said my client killed a person who, without doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means the victim had fired off a shot. Is this not what it means to not fight back? Oh, damn it, right. You know what? You're probably a good detective.
It seems you're correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
Alright, the wind seems to be shifting.
How?
What's with that? Are you finished yet, laugh?
Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Miss Von Karma?
It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea.
That is correct.
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty.
Another you.
Why, that's right.
Which means...
Where did that whip? Did she just, like, accidentally hit the audience? Ah!
the defense has yet to prove anything at all.
No! No.
Well, yes, that's true.
Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, how so?
Ah! Ah!
Don't just stand there!
That's my iron lung, lady. I need that to live.
Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course.
Oh, you mean by myself? Please help me or something? You want me to put together a scenario by myself? What do you think? I'm a cop or something? I'm some kind of detective? Ah! It's my first name, lady! Yes, right. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Whatever you say, sir. Please don't kill me, sir. Please don't neuralize me. Alright, during the challenge, the defense saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. When you were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Kapow, kapow! Bang, bang!
This scenario you have put together does make sense.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Wright?
On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily.
Please refrain from glaring at me like that.
No, I'm going to keep glaring at you.
I wish you wouldn't.
Now, who's on the naughty list now, Santa?
Me.
Yes, you.
Now then, your cross-examination, please.
You don't want me to... My cross-examination is the steering, Your Honor. During challenge, the defense saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest.
Hold it!
There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. And in body and strength, it seems very unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim.
Stab him in the dick. Stab him in the dick.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. She's not exactly the strongest person in the world.
You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Curiane channeling technique, the medium physically changes.
How does she know about this? This must be a secret technique, isn't it?
With the nurse's belt, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor.
She seems like a... She's suddenly an expert in spirit channeling? I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Curiane channeling technique. I thought this was a secret technique.
Like I said before, I am perfect.
About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony.
Oh. We don't want to go into the next hour that would take this explain spirit channeling. The Vintum used lots of strength to fight back. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. Think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day. Afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy.
Sure, that's how he...
I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the business. That's how math works, right? Ah! Lady! Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to. While the two were fighting, the Vintum took his gun out. Where in the world did the pistol come from? It looks like the Vintum Dr. Ray has specially bought it for the day. But a handgun? They got off the black market about 2 days before the murder.
What the fuck?
Why does someone go to a spirit channel and the first thing he does is I grab a gun?
I'm gonna buy a gun off the black market.
I'm gonna grab a gun off the black market and then I'm going to just, go to my spirit channeling now to get my dead nurse to confess to a murder I didn't commit. That's all. Why did Dr. Ray bring a gun? Taking precautions against something? No, it was incentive because he got the COVID shot. Sorry! There's actually shows how weird America is. We were giving away guns just so that people will be incentivized to
Get their COVID shots.
Yes. Gosh, if that program is not called Shots for Guns, I don't know.
Shots for shots.
Yeah, shots. No, that's better. The Vintum took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made? Then, sorry, pal. Yeah, that's what I think. Two of them were already fighting while a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. The defendant then picked up the opening and took the victim's gun and then ended it. Maybe he was fighting. Maya has never fired a gun in her life. They've already taken off the safety. Safety off, even an amateur like you would fire it just by pulling the trigger. Maya would have been thrown across the damn room. Have you actually tried shooting a hand or a gun? Actually, I'm curious right now. Who here has actually shot a gun?
A real gun?
Yes.
I have.
Yeah. There's a recoil, isn't there, Tom?
There is.
It ain't exactly just like, oh yeah, you just shoot it.
They don't just sit there.
You have to hold. That's why the proper way of holding it is two-handed. You're not supposed to do things and stuff.
Yeah, because she would probably just have like a big old knot in her head because it would hit her in the face or something.
Yep.
If you don't shoot a firearm properly like that and stuff like that, the gun could ricochet and then go off again on you.
Yeah.
It's real dangerous.
And now do you understand? Avon Karma's logic is perfect.
This testimony certainly makes us look very bad. Well, there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. So during the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun.
Okay.
The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it.
Okay, what do we have?
Alright, we have the all-important attorney's badge. The article. The diagram of Fame Manor. The Magatama. The Mimi news clipping. We have the folding screen again. We have the key. A diagram of the channeling chamber. Well, they don't show them in positions again, do they? Damn it! Annoying.
What does the autopsy report say?
Stabbed in the chest and shot point blank.
Okay.
Gunpowder residue around bullet hole.
And the gun.
The gun. Murder weapon was Gray's. 2 shots, 5 bears. Miles and Gray's
I
fingerprints.
think that's it. I'll go check the next page because
How?
he only says 1 shot. Is that one again?
No, he does. He says that she shot and then.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
he says 2.
Okay.
Murder weapon, a small fruit knife, belongs to the phase. There's Miles' fingerprints. Those Miles was wearing at the time of the
we've
murder.
already checked
Press
it.
the check button for details.
I've already checked it. Okay. Go back. No, go back. Like, actually.
Yeah.
And then go back, like, through his testimony.
Too close, he missed.
Okay.
The victim were fighting, the victim took out his gun.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Tom and Peter, what do you think?
I have no idea.
Picked up on the... Oh, wait. There's one other thing we have.
Hmm.
A malpractice murder during channeling. Oh, she's only 18?
13. Oh, she's now 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there's no profile.
So...
Could we use the mug? No,
No.
I don't think the Monogatama will work here.
No.
I don't... Which one? Is it...
What? Maybe... Show the screen.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Let's just try the screen.
Objection!
Nope.
Well, then what? You want me to just look it up? You don't,
Yeah.
other things.
I think we're kind of stumped on this one. Whoops, that didn't go so well. On the opening, took the victim's gun and ended it. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. While two fighting, the victim took out his gun.
Maybe a second, it's being difficult.
Hmm.
There you go, trial. Oh! Present Maya's costume again on the 4th statement.
Really? It's always just repeating the day. Hold on, let me make sure I'm on the 4th statement. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right there.
Oh, because he didn't technically miss, did he?
No, you're
Yeah,
present. You want to
He
present?
hit the robe.
You know, I actually think I did think about that earlier, and I Somehow my mind went to that. I was like, that's absurd. They wouldn't do that, would they? That doesn't make any sense. Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Yeah, what do you mean? Look, this little hole actually had created a huge hole in your testimony.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume?
Only on the hole.
Gunpowder burn? What's that? I don't know anything about gunpowder burns. This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh, there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this
It's not on the
costume.
hole that they just whatever.
That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean?
Judge Santa, try to keep up, okay? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other.
Objection!
I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that?
With the hole, yes.
With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away.
I implore you to disprove my line of thinking.
Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that?
Objection!
As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant far after that.
Well, then... That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There. That should satisfy even you.
That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
I must be careful, I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think.
Something doesn't make sense. It never makes sense. Nothing makes sense.
There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal? Ah!
Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is.
She's rounding up her whip arm.
Show me something that contradicts my explanation.
There must be a snag in her explanation somewhere.
Now you present the script.
Put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. When she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There's a piece of evidence that contradicts that line of thinking.
It's the screen.
Now it's the screen now.
Take that!
This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic.
What is that? A folding screen?
I would like to point to the court's attention. I'd like to point the court's attention to the hole in the folding screen. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who? Where? What? How? Why? I went to journalism school. I don't know if that's relevant right now, but, you know, it was really cool.
Mr. Wright, your explanation, please.
Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through a height approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... When the shot was fired, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground.
Order, order. This changes everything.
So Vaughn, this changes everything.
Oh my god.
Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. And the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, but 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area.
Do I have to point out? So, it's just in front of him, right?
No, probably right here, because she had to be right about here. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Somewhere around here. Oh, the judge's face is scrunched like he smelled serious bad breath. That is, I mean...
Wait, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up.
What? Sure.
In the meantime, I want you to think... Well,
Sorry.
I want you to think.
Oops, of course.
So it's
So, for now, I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the crime.
Because just put it in front of the guy.
At this time, the defendant was in the area.
Right in front of him.
Just like this?
No! In
Here?
front of... Yeah, no, yeah, right there.
Right there?
Right there.
Take that!
Somewhere around here.
Fine, I'll just look it up.
wait.
Present the spot just left of where the hole is, the west side. I don't know what that even means.
It's gonna be super particular, isn't it?
So just left of where the hole is?
Okay.
Oh, so like right in front of it. Like literally right in front of it.
Right there?
Right in front of it. Like right. There, okay. Thank God. Wait a second.
Now I'm starting to see why people don't like this one. This one's probably more particular about it.
We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim?
Nine. No. That's impossible.
But why?
You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume.
Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You...
I got you to stop whipping, didn't I?
I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's
It changes
situation?
everything.
Everything has changed. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing all that at that time? Was all the way by the folding screen? Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of just preparing to strike?
On further consideration, it does make very little sense.
Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Yeah. Good job, Phoenix. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Budget cuts, you know, it's real bad down there. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the class radius of disaster. Yay!
You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me.
This is, of all the things in here, why did you have to be the smarmy smile?
Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic?
Huh? Oh, this is not my fault. Why is everyone... why is Gumshoe taking all the blame?
You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured your punishment will come later.
Punishment? I don't know how to feel about that.
Well then, Your Honor, I think I have all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness.
Next witness? That's gonna be Lana.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess.
Yay, let's go and play.
After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness.
Nobody go on the jungle gym, though. It's restricted now. To be
Because
continued.
it's covered in Clyde.
Yes, we would like to save our progress. Oh gosh, would we like to save our progress so we don't have to do all that again?
Imagine having to do all of that again.
We've done that before.
You're saving twice.
I want to make sure. June 21st, 11:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Phew, that was a close one.
I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air.
I feel I was pretty close to dying myself.
Well, I actually am close to dying, Phoenix, so you know.
Hi, Pearls.
Hello out there.
Oh, you're
But
wonderful
you
out
were
there.
wonderful out there. I said it already.
No, that was my fault. I thought you said hello there. I was like, oh no, are you going to stab someone?
No, I'm not going to stab someone. You listen carefully, make theories, and trick everyone into believing you.
Thanks. Wait, tricked? Tricker?
That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right?
By the way, is the next witness who I think it is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lala Hart. Isn't it wonderful to see her on the stand again?
Oh, I guess there's no escaping her, huh?
No.
Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me.
I mean, I didn't put it in
Lose,
writing.
me and my sister's ghost will come back after you and haunt you.
Oh gosh, no.
What a real threat. Oh, God. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia?
Yeah, do you remember her, Pearlie? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
June 21st, 11:43 a.m. District Courtroom number 2. Rabble, 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 rabble. Rabble, 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 rabble.
Court will now reconvene. Now, the first order of...
I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy.
Yes, sir.
Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling.
Okay, this really is just all kind of a kinkus in this.
Witness, your name and occupation, if you please.
Oh yeah, this is Peter now.
Hey, Phoenix, how you doing?
Just fine. Fine.
Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know.
Name and
Wowza.
occupation.
I declare, what in tarnation? Hey, Judge, this here is violence against my fair self.
That's fine.
That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Yeah!
There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools.
To be fair, I'm actually surprised I'm saying this, but I actually agree with Law Hart. Just probably don't want to,
Maria, testify about what happened on the day of the murder.
don't want to point out this damn weapon.
You gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Lana Hart, a photographer, and I'm here to testify.
Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay?
Yeah, no, this feels like a bad family reunion.
The defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then, bang! We hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant, waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there's no one else in the room.
Was she waving a pistol around? From what I remember, she was
No.
just standing there looking scary.
Yeah, exactly. She just was like, "Hi."
And
Man.
did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place?
Record.
Excuse me.
Of course, it's short for you reckon. Of course I did.
Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court.
The moment of truth. What will be in that picture?
See here. This here's the picture.
When was this taken? She wasn't holding the gun.
I think.
Tom.
Oh, yes, you don't. Sorry.
Oh. It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room.
She's taken at the murder scene.
Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I put all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. She also didn't take one picture, I remember. She took like a few. Hey, Lotto, where's the other picture that you took again?
Well, the doctor and the defendant went into the channeling chamber.
Hold it!
Was it really only those two that went in? Gosh damn it.
Objection!
Save a load of game.
What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them?
Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two that went into the room.
Hold on. We can't have the defense testifying against its own client.
Folks, the two of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear?
But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue.
Oh, yes, I didn't bang.
Hold it!
Is it really a gunshot?
Objection!
Are you insane? You must have heard it as well.
Or,
Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot?
yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot.
Why are we here listening to the defense testify?
And the world becomes just a little crueler.
I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard.
Don't you dare reference the Edgeworth case. You tried to sell Edgy Poo up the river.
And I would it too if it wasn't for your meddling defense and something.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room.
Do we really want to press here?
Eh.
Yeah, we'll press
Inside
there.
was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around.
Hold it!
Are you sure it was the defendant Maya Fey?
Sure, I'm sure.
Well, seems awful confident in her testimony.
Press harder.
Oh, we're going to press harder. Lada, please think back to that day one more time.
Nat.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we're done here. Moving on. Remember what you said when we broke into the room?
I was murdered.
Lada, at a time like this...
Huh? wrapping up shop.
Wait, what?
He said the line.
Oh.
But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya?
There we go. When you saw the murderer at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya or not, am I correct?
Ah, well, you see.
Oh, it's Tom.
Order, Miss Hart. You're here to present accurate testimony.
Sorry.
Good, this shifts things back to my side.
For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber.
When they entered.
One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was Maya that went in.
It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey.
Exactly.
Rats, I'm trapped like one. Again.
Press.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely certain of that?
Sure am. That old witch chased us out of the room, so...
Old witch. Does she mean Morgan Fey? Morgan Fey, Morgan Le Fay.
But there was no one else in there, and you know it.
The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about...
Behind the folding screen.
Yeah. What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? What word is this?
Freaking no.
Reckon given? What in the world?
Reckon, you know, you reckon, that's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen.
If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart.
Well, you got a problem?
Rick Given? I mean, I am having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying such things as Brett Given and so forth.
Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony, or do you, or don't you?
Her story adds up. What's worse, I was there at the scene of the crime with her. And her story is exactly how I would have told it too.
Okay.
Only the doc and defendant went into the channeling chamber.
So,
We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we heard the gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door, and we rushed into the room.
let's just push there and see if there's something, because we didn't before.
We didn't?
No, we skipped it.
Hold it!
So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door.
Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then?
Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down, sorry. Why does this feel like an inquisition?
Yeah. No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man.
Oh, really? That's something I would like to see.
The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign? That's just as I thought. There's nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth.
Okay. Oh, we probably have to go through this.
Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony.
At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey.
The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant.
What am I going to do if I just let this go?
What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say.
If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have to judge against me. Anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo?
You want me to just check for this one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's present evidence.
I'm sure it is too.
There has to be something that we can find that just says that.
Oh! Choose can't present anything yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You know what I think?
Well, Mr. Wright?
I think there's probably a second picture.
Nothing,
wasn't
Your
submitted.
Honor.
No, you'll see.
Yep.
That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey.
I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument.
That's enough.
Is this it? Is this all I could do?
I think it is quite obvious to this court that the verdict of not guilty is not possible.
I told you. Totally, 100% impossible.
Ms. Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness?
Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed.
About the defense, no further questions, I presume?
I couldn't protect Maya. The defendant, the defense.
Phoenix. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets.
That's not true.
Mia. Oh no, really?
Are you
Freaking
fucking
minute.
kidding me?
But that's not Maya's outfit. That's...
No. No, it's not.
I guess
How is
that
the
counts.
robe still
No.
fitting?
So does this mean later on that is that comic true? Does that mean later on the judge Edgeworth will also get boobs at some point?
I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? This is so weird.
This I almost want you and Peter just to both do the voice. Just be a rude amalgam. No, just you do it, hon.
No, I'm not gonna do a Pearl version of me.
You, but pearls. This is very uncomfortable for me.
Her clothes
Help,
are a
Mr.
bit
Nick.
small.
Oh, Mr. Nick, I'm trapped inside my own body. The need to stab is conflicting with the need to whatever I usually do as a lawyer.
I mean, this isn't much better than Maya in the last one because at least Maya was still too young anyways. Age of consent
But,
even
like,
in Japan, but
Uh,
this is even more this is just even more messed up. Okay. Can we not?
Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. Does anyone notice that the 8-year-old child suddenly sprouted several feet in her boobs?
I know, right? I know, right?
Counter.
But how? She's already taken it away her advantage.
The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully, one more time, about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday?
No, I have.
To Dr. Gray.
I was murdered.
What? Lada, at a time like this...
Peter.
Oh, shoot. Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. Oh my god.
You see, there's one final piece to this puzzle.
Mia.
Question Lotto one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully.
Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period.
Hold it!
Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time.
Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore...
It's
Whoop.
fine. I'll allow another testimony. Avon Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that?
But, I mean, I have some place I must go after this. Well, all right, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give another testimony.
Does he have to make toys after this or something? What the...
Then after that, we got to take that
I
child
have
to the
to oversee
hospital
the
for sudden
elves.
puberty.
The elves. Oh god.
Who else wants...
Rangers need feeding.
What?
Sorry, I said the reindeers need feeding.
Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the challenge chamber.
Hey, you got it.
See? You got through to the judge somehow, right?
Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him.
Room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing sounds different from before.
Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections.
Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix, right? I'm waiting.
Broke into the room, and all I can focus on is Maya. So, what does she look like? Load save game. Oh, okay. She looked like the options screen.
She looked almost like a different person.
Tom?
A different person?
Hi, Kelsey.
Oh, sorry. She may have seemed like a different person, however, she was still Maya Fey. We've already made that point abundantly clear.
Yes, this is true. Well, let's see. Well then, Miss Hart, did you happen to see anything else?
I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I had a good look at it.
Hold it!
The perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all.
Eh? Well, I reckon that's possible.
Objection!
If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the challenge? Well, what? Wait, hold on. Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling, or maybe... Ah!
foolish fool spouting foolish foolishness, just as I expected of foolish fools such as yourself. If that were the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is, in fact, dead. And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it?
Sorry, Maya.
Done here. Can I continue? I'm
So,
really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and
Oh.
stuff. I still managed to point my camera at mine and take a shot.
Let's just
So-
press there.
yeah, I think that is where we need to press, because it's not just one shot.
2, right?
Mhm.
2
Yeah.
what? Oh, sorry, that's Peter.
To what?
2 shots. You took 2 shots.
Only one has been submitted as evidence.
Lana seems to like enjoying leaving out one photo, huh? Like,
The other one.
Miss Hart, where's the other picture you've been withholding?
It's in my stomach. I was hungry. They wouldn't feed me. No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. Oh my god. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean. Fine, but I ain't evil. Not like that little girl standing over there who's now suddenly a tall woman.
Out of curiosity, Mia, do you still have the urge to stab people?
Perhaps.
You tell me, Mr. Bleeding out of your side all of a sudden.
Are you both talking through each other? Oh god.
Keep going.
There's 2 of them now.
Be back.
Well, at least she knows herself.
And why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet?
Obvious. Cuter woman told me to shut my trap about it.
What? Von Karma? As per usual.
Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence.
Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this. You're as bad as your father.
Confront Francisca. It doesn't actually change anything, apparently, but this is better.
Your Honor, the defense asks that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court.
Wow.
Me? In contempt of court?
Well, yes.
You can't be serious.
But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair.
Oh my
Phoenix,
god.
are you a lawyer or a school
Does it-
child?
Because it was such conviction. He's
I'm
like,
so angry I
"That's
lost my
not
composure."
fair." And I'm like, there's never been a fair courtroom. Literally ever.
Tom.
Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court?
I thought this picture was not important, and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all.
How could you think?
Pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence.
More trouble than it's worth. How can you say that?
If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. That's Maya.
Oh.
No, that's her sister. So it explains where the other blood is, I guess. What? Oh, this is the
What's
judge.
this? What is this picture?
It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur.
I think the important point here is the person in the picture. That is most definitely not Maya Fey. What is the meaning of this?
This might be the brain I was looking for. Now, should I Or should I not insist that the person in the picture is not Maya Fey?
I mean, we're insisting it's not Maya.
Yeah, it's not Maya. Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey.
Yes, I can see that.
It's not just her face, her whole body is taking on a different appearance. I mean...
Okay.
That's the judge.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. It's not just her face. Her whole body has taken on a different appearance.
There's only one conclusion that can be drawn, then. That somehow, this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant.
Order! Order! Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey.
Mia, we did it.
You're too soft.
Huh?
You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face.
She's smiling.
I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that?
Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. Huh. This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitors room.
Okay.
This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit.
Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person?
She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit.
So people do know this when she looks different.
Crap.
Unbelievable. But
So is
she
anybody
can-
looking at the girl that was like an 8-year-old that suddenly became a woman right now? Or are they just not noticing
Ignore the
that
elephant in the
either?
room. Just ignore the elephant in the room.
Yet, it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Mr. Von Karma, a word if I may. Or Miss Von Karma, a word if I may.
Who? Mia?
Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal.
Yeah.
Surely you must know that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal. But I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place.
What is she?
From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind.
That was pretty low, actually. I don't have even a single witty line.
It looks like we've been had.
I think this actually means...
I don't
Sorry, go ahead.
A mistrial.
Yeah,
I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant Maya Fey?
If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya Fey?
Let me just double check. Sorry.
That's a weird one.
You can prove it.
We can prove it?
You can prove it.
Oh, you had her thingy, right? Or no? Never mind.
No, it's the key.
Key.
Your Honor. No.
Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see.
This picture... Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all
Maybe
to
it's
all
a
the
picture.
testimony up until now.
No bullet hole?
Yeah, oh, the bullet hole! There's no bullet hole in the sleeve.
A contradiction?
So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out what exactly is strange about this picture to the court?
Gosh, I hope I'm clicking on the right frickin' area.
It's that one, yeah.
Yeah, it's the left sleeve.
Please direct your attention here. To this... Oh,
The
Judge.
sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it.
And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing.
Should be there? Ah! Stupid fucking cop!
There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well.
Miss Von Karma, You intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You'll
Oh,
most certainly be assigned a penalty for this.
alright, this would do some major damage to her argument.
Don't celebrate yet.
Oh my god.
You would like to bring down the you like to bring down the mood, don't you?
Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face.
She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again.
Tisk tisk. Jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
What do you mean? And what incompetent fools?
If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case.
I see.
She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything.
But you can't prove that. Francisca Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion.
I can't. Oh no, they're going to cut my salary again. They can't. I'm only making $1 right now.
Or gumshoe.
Or gumshoe.
In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none.
The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright?
Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor. Is there a logical explanation for the contradiction?
The shooter is someone else.
The bullet was made later, the shooter is someone else. Yeah. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can only be one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Ray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether.
What?
Order, order, order. If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. I'll turn this courtroom around.
The defense's argument's a complete mess.
I like how she, like, whips everyone. She just hit Lana, too, just for the hell of it. Like, hey, what the... Complete mess. I fail to see how. Please enlighten us.
Hey, witness. Peter.
Is that a gala favor?
Be quiet, you! You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered this room. The room.
No. Well, you know.
If If you are lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see.
Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... Ah! I swear, I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest.
You see? Now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from?
Why is it lately all I want to do is cry?
That's a mood.
Oh, big mood.
Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from?
That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright.
I can't believe that even Mia is calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this?
Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now?
To turn things around? That's right, Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective.
Phoenix?
So where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to?
They had a turning wall. That's why they say turn this around.
I need to look at this situation from a different
That's
angle.
my guess.
Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? Yes. What if Maya had left the room somehow? Yes. If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true...
Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with.
I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is...
You want me to check?
Maya had left the room. What happened before we forced our way into it?
Okay, I think... Do you want me to tell you, or do you want to figure it out?
No, well, what is it?
No, you can figure it out if you want.
Is it a third person that entered it?
You just want me to tell you or no?
Oh, well, let me look at it. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is a third person had entered it. Maya had left the room. Something I can't explain yet.
Well, it's definitely not the last one.
Oh, Maya had left the room then.
Why do you think that?
Because you didn't say the third person that entered was correct.
Fine, okay, yeah, it is Maya had left the room, and it's because of the key.
That's what I'm thinking. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the fence improved this.
Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. Chances of her leaving that crime scene is lower than that detective's salary.
Only got about 50. Oh, we got 50 cents now.
Anyway, let's have some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of the arrest, the defendant had left the room.
The key.
Yeah. Take that. Miss Hart, do you remember the key? This key.
Peter.
Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that.
The defendant herself locked the door.
Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all.
Oh, one of a kind, you say?
Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Yes? Looks like she's catching on.
I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession?
Oh, what do you mean?
If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her.
Yes, agreed.
However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Peter.
Well, ain't a kick. So how come you're holding it?
I got this as a present from a certain little girl. She's standing right next to me. That woman is about 5 feet tall. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time.
That's preposterous.
This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you.
No!
It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma,
How can this be?
at this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible.
My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't you think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in a courtroom to a fool like you. Clicking so fast. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict.
That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Defendant lobby number 3.
Wow! That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis?
Yes. No choice. It was that, or getting rid of everyone in the room.
Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know?
Yeah. It's not like anyone else in there could have done that.
Nick. I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room.
Pearly.
That a third person could have gone into that room.
Yeah. Well, at least we have tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened in that room, for instance?
Yeah, I'm counting on you. Peter.
I envy the two of you.
Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me?
Sure. Alright, Pearls. You ready to go buy some tickets?
Huh? A ticket?
Poor thing, still sheltered. She doesn't know what. She knew how to summon Mia, apparently, just right off the bat. Let's say progress here. No, actually, let's stop here for right now.
Okay.
It's kind of,
Place to stop.
yeah, we can stop here, and then we'll come back. All right. Thank you, everyone. So we'll be back with this. Oh, I have to turn the little light things on. It did last longer this time. I don't know why these always go out like that. Meh. I'll give my outro, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so let's go ahead and stop here. We will be back with Phoenix Wright next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. I'll be back on Saturday. I'm going to be doing Strixhaven Draft, or Limited again, and whatever events they might have on Magic. So if you like Magic the Gathering stuff, you can catch me. It's on Saturday. I forget. Did I ever say the time? No, I know it's sorry, it's 10:30 a.m. Pacific. If I said the wrong time. So yeah, Street Fighter Magic, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, and then yeah, follow us here on the True Fam Angel, and then follow me on Twitter. It's TRU, because Twitter will not let me have my E, and then Fam Angel, just as it's spelled. And yeah, if there's any news or any updates or scheduling changes or something like that, you can find it. Yeah. Thank you everyone for coming. And yeah, always try your best. Never have regrets, and everyone have a good night. See ya. Oh. Actual proper outro.